Here at NBC6, we are on your side this election season, answering your biggest questions before you arrive at your polling center. And we've been hearing from many of you that there is still confusion as to what these amendments mean. So in simple terms, what is Amendment 3? Amendment 3 is the recreational marijuana legalization amendment. The ballot measure touches upon two parts. The first says that it allows adults 21 years or older to possess, purchase, or use marijuana products and marijuana accessories for non-medical personal consumption by smoking, ingestion, or otherwise. So what exactly does that mean? If this amendment passes, marijuana would become legal and be able to be used for non-medical purposes. That means marijuana will no longer only be available to medical marijuana card holders, but be accessible to you and me, tourists, and anyone over the age of 21. Okay, so what does the second part of the amendment say? If the amendment passes, it allows medical marijuana treatment centers and other state licensed entities to acquire, cultivate, process, manufacture, sell, and distribute such products and accessories. That means that any state licensed facility, whether it be a medical marijuana treatment center or other facility, will be able to sell their products not only to medical marijuana card holders, but the everyday person. Okay, but what happens if I vote no? Well, things stay the same. So those able to sell marijuana in the state of Florida are only medical marijuana treatment centers, and they're only able to sell to medical marijuana card holders. You wouldn't be able to purchase or use any marijuana product recreationally if you are not a medical marijuana card holder. So this amendment, who gets to vote on it, and how does it pass? Well, let's start with what an amendment is. It's a proposed change to our state's constitution, and any registered voter in the state can vote on this amendment. But in order for it to pass, 60% or more of voters must approve it. So if it passes, what could the potential impacts be? If it passes, the increased sales from the recreational market would significantly add to tax revenues, which could help fund different initiatives and projects that benefit Floridians. But on the other hand, if this Florida amendment passes, it would be at odds with federal law, which states that recreational marijuana is illegal. Regardless of if it passes or not, Florida will still have its vertical model, meaning that all marijuana that is sold in this state has to come from the same licensed facility that grew, cultivated, and packaged it. So if 60% or more of voters approve of Amendment 3, how quickly does it go into effect? If this amendment passes, it will go into effect 6 months after the election. But there's still a lot that would have to be ironed out, like where we would be able to smoke and when. Now that would be decided during our state's legislative session at the beginning of 2025.